Joining, guys. Joining, guys. Let's do this. I did it on TikTok because I am looking for the other phone. I don't know where it is. That's why I'm doing this live here now, just to let you all know the right way. A lot of you, this topic, it's something that most of us are running away from. But because I am one who will see and not keep quiet, I'm going to say it. I said it today. Training a child the right way is as important as our daily living. I would have streamed on this when I was on Comfort. How are you? When I was on TikTok, but because I was looking for the phone, and up to now I'm not seeing it, so I'm doing it from here. So training a child in the right way. I'm sitting in the car waiting for my time. I came to work early, so I decided to like speak on this thing because I want this video to be here to welcome God's time. So training a child in the right way, like we all know, the Bible says we should train a child the way the child will go, so that when the child grows up, he will not depart from it. And what is that right way? Is training our children to be able to accept no at the right time. It's training our children to be children with resilience spirit. It is training our children to be responsible children. It is training our children to have both cultural and societal values. Uh, no, it's not streaming on TikTok. It's not streaming on TikTok. It's just YouTube. I just did this here because I want this video here. It's training our children. Thank you, Tunji. It's training our children to have godly values, to have the fear of God, and it's training our children to have the love of humanity. Why am I saying this? Most parents have wrecked the lives of their children without knowing it. And how are they doing it? When a child wants you to gift him anything, almost everything, and you are doing it, you are not training the child the right way. You are making that child, you are training a weakling. You are training a child that does not know how to accept no. So if a child wants a gift, you can gift. Say, take this. Let's assume your child wants a phone and specifies that, Mommy, I want an iPhone. Remember this, iPhone is not the problem. If gifting the child a phone that he will use for a certain purpose, like a child who has to write an assignment, most times they give them assignments on the internet and they want them to Google it and come up with an answer. If you do not buy the child an Android, how is the child going to do it? So when the child tells you, Mommy, I want a phone, it must be an iPhone, you know that that child is going outside his or her limit. And if you make provision for that iPhone, you are training a weakling. You are telling the child that anything you want, you will get it. And that is why our men are not so stable. I'm not, with an apology, I'm saying this. Back in those days, our parents will train only girls. A girl knows how to wash, a girl knows how to cook. The men are told that they are men and they don't have to learn all that. The men are meant to realize that as a man, everything you want comes at your beck and call. Irene, I see you. So they are not trained to know that one day they will go outside their family environment. Like a man that you have trained in a way to believe that as a man, a woman has to answer to me. If the man happens to travel outside the shores of Africa or outside his territory, he will one day need to cook. He will buy food. If he's earning, like here in America, yes, it's good. Uh, They pay us, some companies pay every week, some pay by weekly, every 2 weeks. It's only when you are on salary that they pay you every month. Now, the question is this: if you are earning every week, it means that every minute counts in your life. Let's assume you are the one that does not know how to cook, but you want to eat good food. You want to eat African food. You are not used to eating American food. And then you come in. You want to eat egusi and pounded yam. You want to eat the real African food that you were brought up with, and you do not have the money. And you know that as you are earning every week, maybe your earning is $500. Let's come down to minimum wage. Maybe you are the one that is getting paid $12 per hour, and every week you get paid. By the time you calculate Monday to Friday, it gives you like 40 hours a week. And that 40 hours a week gives you a certain amount of money, out of which the government will take their tax. Let's assume at the end of the day, you are going home with $300. You have a house rent to pay. You have light bill to pay. And you are craving for African food. Apart from that, you are buying food all the time. If you do not know how to cook on your own, you'll find out that at the end of the day, you are not even able to stay in a room yourself. You are only going to have roommates. You will look for someone who can afford a room at $500 a month, and then you will share with a roommate. You will have a bedmate whereby you people can split the money into 2005 $250, $250. That is not what you want. You are going to end up being a family man. Is that how you are going to be eating from hand to mouth? So training a child means you should impute everything that child needs to live with in the child's brain. A child, if you are cooking, your male children should come close, your female children should come close. Tell the boy, cut the onions, you do the dish. By so doing, the children are learning, and they are going to grow up like that, knowing how to do things on themselves. You are training a child, irrespective of the gender, to be independent of himself or herself. So train a child is not just taking a child to sit down in front of the altar and be watching the pastor preach. Hey, pastor preach. Hey, oh, hey. And then you applaud. Some of the children sit down in front of the altar, but they are not getting anything. A child that you have equipped with a dangerous phone like iPhone, a child that you have equipped with big things can only sit in front of the church, and his mind is on that phone. He can be sitting there and be pressing. Pa, 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 pa. You are behind. You do not know what is in front of him. Is the child learning? No. No. You are raising a child who is going to be a demon in the nearest future. You are raising a child that when someone says, like a male child that you have trained not to accept no from anybody, because you directly or indirectly you have not told that child don't accept no from anybody. But when the child is making demand, frequent demand, and you don't know how to tell the child, I decline this your demand, I am not going to give you this, I'm only going to give you this, you are raising the child not to accept no from anybody. Now when this male child grows up and begin to speak to women looking for a relationship, and he sees a very beautiful woman that he likes, and he goes to the woman to say, babe, I love you, you are beautiful, you are this, and the babe looks at him, say, you are not my spec, that child will be, the boy will feel belittled, the boy will feel that I am finished. I will not accept this. No, I am. If I don't have you, no one else will. And the next thing you see is a cow will delete the woman. Why? Because the parents have succeeded in raising a monster. A child that you can raise without correction is an indication that you have failed the society as a parent. A child that you can raise and go to school every day to fight that, why did you beat my child for not writing his notes? Yeah, the boy said he could not copy, that when he was tired. Why didn't you allow, why are you flogging my child because he did not copy his notes? Why are you flogging my child because he did not do his assignment? You have succeeded in raising a monster. Raise a child. Do not pamper a child. Don't pamper children because you want them to have it all. Your pampering him is necessary, but remember, he's not going to live with you forever. She's not going to live with you forever. At some point, that child will live outside your home. At some point, that child, Chimera, religion wants you to follow rules and don't want you to. You are going to follow both the religious rules, the societal rules, and the cultural rules. That is why the scripture says, give to Caesar what is Caesar, and to God what is God. Some of us, our villages, we have some cultural things they do. Like so like in my village, there is a festival they call Obadigbe. We all dance. Some people will want. I'm a born again. I'm not gonna. I'm a born again. It doesn't. Being a born again does not end your culture. Remember that always. That you are a born again. That you have given your life to Christ does not end your culture. A man with a man without a culture is a useless man. Everybody should have an identity. Your culture is your identity. If you cannot identify with your culture, you have no basis to be there where you are. That is why today I was at work before I closed this morning. There was a lady I worked with. The lady came and I happened to be the supervisor on the shift. So we were walking and she said, I'm sorry if I may ask, where are you from? I said, I'm a Nigerian. And she said, oh, I married a Nigerian. And I'm like, oh, our wife. She laughed. She laughed. She said that's what they used to say, our wife, but they are no more and they are trying to come back. That she finally realized that Nigeria has a culture that she did not know. She filed for divorce. That when she filed for divorce, the husband did not believe it, that the husband felt like, where I come from, women don't do the things you do. Why are you doing like this? And that she was like, oh, nah. And I told her, yes, we are people of all Africans, West Africa, South Africa, East Africa, Central Africa. We have culture. We are people that has uh, we are so attached to our culture. Our men are the ones that are domineering. A woman is supposed to be under the man, and that is the culture. But that when I came here, I realized that women are so liberated. Women, the freedom that women have is too much in this country. That is why you see marriage is crumbling. She later realized that the reason she did that, she couldn't even fathom it, like put this is why I did this. But all she know is that they have a child together. She filed for divorce, and the husband was shot. I say yes, we are a people with culture. So that you are a born again does not take the culture that you grew up with away from you. Born again cannot wipe your culture. Born again is a religion that you have adopted into your system and you are living with it and your culture. That is why it says, give to Caesar what is Caesar. Give to God what is God. God did not condemn culture. God did not, if not, in the Old Testament, a lot of sacrifices were made. Take the blood of the ram, mark it here. Those are cultural differences. So do not throw away your culture in training your child because first time and second and thank you so much. Thank you. Say this is your first time. Yes, Africa where I come from, women are submissive. The men, we talk educated that today. I say if you guys come back, realize that the man is the crown on your head in Yoruba land, and she got married to a Yoruba man. I asked her, what is the name of your daughter? I said, Adeshewa. She doesn't even know how to pronounce it. I told her, I said, women see men as the crown on our head. When your crown is taken, you are a queen without a crown. I said, you made a mistake. And I pray the mistake can be corrected. Now she's struggling. She wants to come back. The man is a Muslim. He said the man said he cannot go to Nigeria. Now she's I mean, craving. She wants to go to Nigeria. She wants to go to Nigeria. And I asked her, what do you want? He said she wants to learn the culture. He said her husband is a Muslim. She too, she's a Muslim. And she wants to learn the Nigerian culture. And the husband said, I cannot take you to Nigeria with the way you are behaving. Because we can get to Nigeria, you will call embassy on me and say, get out of here, get out of here. The man said, another person can take you. Unless we are married under the Islamic law before I can take you down to Nigeria. And I said, what are you waiting for? It's like they don't know who will marry them under the Islamic law here. I said, then go to Nigeria and then tell your husband that when you get there, you do your nikaya or whatever it is. Go and get married there. Just remember that your husband is your crown. Take away the crown, you are a queen without a crown. Is that what you? She said no, that she has realized her mistake, and that is the liberation of women in the country that is killed. Now she now realizes that I said, Africa, where I come from, your husband will be in bed, you will cook his breakfast. When he wake up, he's going to work, his food is ready, you will serve him, serve, serve. Not, man, what you gonna eat today? Some food. No, we don't do that. We don't do you. You making me some food. You are lying and asking your husband whether he's making. When your husband said, I'm in the kitchen trying to say, will you make mine? No, we are people with culture. We respect the sanctity of marriage. If you see an African married to an African, sometimes it's not so easy for them to be divorced. It's because of the cultural value that they carry along. Why am I saying this? You don't train your child because I'm training my child. Oh no, 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 I don't want this. I'm a Gen Z mother. You are a woman with culture. Don't throw your culture away because you are a born again. I'm a born again. I'm a born again. Born againity is not trashing your tradition. If your village do some like a Igwe festival, it's a New Yam festival. It doesn't take your Christianity away. Fala festival doesn't take your Christianity away. Whatever festival you people do, yeah, it doesn't take your Christianity away. It's still your culture. You are part of it. Train your children to have cultural value, societal value, religious value, and all the values that will help him. Because when they grow up, these are the things they will live with. These are the things they will live with. These are the things that will make them what they are, what they will become. You cannot be cooking and be telling only the woman, go and go, I'm actually, yeah, leave, you know that Kehinde is a man, no? You come to the kitchen, leave Kehinde, he's a man. He will marry a wife one day. What if he marries a woman that does not know how to cook? A woman that was raised like, my daughter, she cannot cook, oh, and I'm the one, let the housemaid cook. What if he marries a woman like that? So who will now be cooking? And I go, hunger will kill you in your own house. Is that what you want? So, training your children, imputing both the cultural, the societal value, it's the ideal way to train a child. Don't just raise a child by saying, I'm a Christian, oh, go to children's church. A child can be in the children's church and all they do is to play ball, play ball. You are in the adult church, you don't know what is going on. You buy your child a big Android phone. He's in the children's church pressing the phone. You are not there. And if they take away the phone, ah, ah, and then you will have the right to go there. Why did you take it? I bought the phone for him. It's his own, no? Give him, oh. No. Give to Caesar what is Caesar. Give to God what is God. When he says, the Bible says, raise your child the way he will grow up. When he grows up, he will not depart from it. It means train the child so that when he grows up, he will not have regret in life. When he grows up, he will have every reason to say, thank you, my mother. Thank you, my father, for raising me, for making me into the man that I am. Don't stand there and watch your child insult your maid who happen to be 10, 20 years older than him. But because you are the one putting her bill, because you are the Okusiogo, you say there is nothing you can do. Yeah. Don't mind him. It doesn't mean it is playing, he's playing. He's playing, he's playing. He will play into his future. May God help us, Doris. That's all. It's time for me to step down. I just had to bring this message here and leave this video here. God bless you all.